Welcome to Chai with Molly, a show where we celebrate diversity the Canadian way. I am Molly, and I look so much forward to seeing you every week on Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. So thank you for tuning in. And also thank you for sending all those emails and phone calls, letting us know what you think about our show. And it really, really encourages us. We want to hear from you, so keep those emails coming. And also, if you'd like to be a guest on our show or would like to advertise with us, please contact me at 647-979-3220. Our good friends from Toronto Police are here to help us learn some of the strategies by which we can keep ourselves safe while buying things from Kijiji and Craigslist, very good internet sites where you can get really good deals, but also there are lots of things that can go wrong if you have not taken these precautions. So thank you for coming to our show once again.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
All right. So please tell us, first of all, for the benefit of our viewers, what are some of the things that can go wrong? Can anything go wrong? Because all of us have gone to these wonderful sites and have bought and sold things quite successfully. But can things go wrong?
Yes, like anything else in our society. I mean, good things happen, and from good things, sometimes bad things happen.
All right.
Like we look at our internet, one of the greatest inventions since the wheel. And
exactly.
The wheel, to me, was the greatest invention ever.
Yes.
Now I think the internet is even better than that.
Yes.
But as much as we can use it for good, there's people that use it to exploit people.
Okay, so give us some examples.
Exactly. So what happens is, as someone who wants to buy something or is looking to sell something on those sites, what we have to do is we have to meet up with people. That's
okay, let's look at some scenarios. Okay, so I see this really good deal on
let's say a cell phone, because that's very
cell
common.
phone, yes. All right, so a cell phone that I would have to pay $700 for, now I can get it for $150, let's say. And it looks pretty, I see the picture, it looks legitimate. And the person that I'm buying it from tells me to come to a parking lot and say, come and meet me here at 9 o'clock at night because I work and this is the only time that I can meet you. So what could be wrong with that?
What could be wrong with that? Well, many things could be wrong with that. The fact that you're paying $150 for a $700 phone should be your first clue that maybe this is not totally 100%.
Yeah, but there's all kinds of deals happening all the time. So how is it that could, the fact that it is for $150, that this is like a red flag? Well,
it's just a fact that not a lot of places are selling $700 phones for $150. Wow. So the fact that somebody is selling that should be something to be aware of. Okay. It may not be. Maybe they came into 10 phones quite cheaply and they just want to get rid of them. Understandable, but still I think you should just be aware that this may be something. The second thing is meeting in a parking lot is not safe.
Why?
Okay. Well, because it's isolated a lot of times. At 9 o'clock at night, maybe there's not, if it's a parking lot of any kind of a business, most of the people have left after 5 o'clock. Now it's 9 o'clock at night, not going to be many people there. So there's not going to be anybody there that might be able to assist you if something went wrong. Right. So the idea is meeting in a very public area. Like a very popular
what kind of example?
Donut shop,
like
a very popular, even a popular mall or a popular store. How about meeting right in a store? Right in a store.
Okay.
So you're in the store. There's someone at the counter. There's customers there, and you can stand very close to the counter and make your transaction.
Okay.
Right?
So that's a safe place.
That's a safe place. A safe place is where people are there that can help you. Because if you're in a parking lot, chances are, if that person decides to either not give you the money, or maybe take your, if you're buying the phone, okay. So if they decide to take your money and not give you the phone,
That can happen.
There's nothing you can do. So that's the thing. Bring a friend with you.
Okay.
Bring somebody with you.
That's important.
It's always good to not do these
Always
things
bring
alone.
your friend with you.
Bring somebody with you. It's always good to have two people there. Let someone know that you're going to meet somebody.
Okay. At a specific location.
Yeah, let them know. And you want to prearrange that stuff. Don't decide what you're going to do when you meet them. Decide before you meet.
Okay.
We're going to meet at this location at such and such a time. Okay, and that's it. Once you get there, you do not ever go to another location.
Okay.
So you get there and the person says, well, I don't have it with me right now. I have to go to my friend's place and get the phone. Right away you think, no. Okay. You don't have to totally abandon it. You could say to them, okay, fine. You go to your friends, get the phone, come back, and I'll sell it to you, or I'll buy it from you right then.
Okay.
But you do not follow them anywhere.
Yes,
Don't
because
get
you
into a
could be
vehicle.
compromising your security.
You could be compromised.
Yes.
Okay, and like I say, it's a very small percentage of times it happens, but if it happens, it could be pretty devastating.
It can go wrong very badly.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So those are some of the things that you want to think
Okay,
about.
so you don't want to follow them.
No.
You want to
wait where you are.
Exactly.
Let them go, get it, and then come back.
Okay, and don't change the terms that you have agreed upon.
No.
And if the other person begins to change anything on you, that would be a good clue for you that something is not right.
Yeah, because you're going to start getting into a confrontation or argument or whatever.
Yes, so
obviously, if the person said that the phone is brand new and you see it's battered and beaten, right? If you still want to buy the phone, then you may want to pay a little less money for it or whatever, right? Because that's something that you may want to do, but I would just say they're misrepresenting. If they say it's a brand new phone and they bring it and it's worn and used, then what else are they lying about?
Exactly.
I'd rather not get involved.
Rather not.
Thank you, but no thank you, and just leave. Another thing is, when you do make that transaction, say you're in this popular donut shop, lots of people around, they come, okay, they give you the phone, you give them money, and then they leave. I would always say, give it a few minutes, wait before you leave.
Good idea.
Especially if you might be by yourself.
Yes.
Because you figure I'm in a safe place, it's lots of people. I don't need to bring anybody with me, we got all the customers and the staff of the establishment. No, the minute you leave, what if that person's actually waiting to take the phone back? Okay, and it has happened. We've seen reports of that happening. So it does happen.
Okay, all right.
So give it some time, and
How
maybe,
much time do you think
I don't
is
know.
reasonable?
I would probably say give it 10, 15 minutes.
Yes, I think that's
okay.
reasonable.
You want to maybe have your car parked very close to the door when you go to make get there for the meeting.
Okay.
So you can get from your car from the establishment to your car very quickly. Your car isn't way across the parking lot, so now you have to walk all the way across the parking lot to go home. You want to be close. So it's just forethought, thinking things. Yeah, common sense, or just some things to think about, because
and never to abandon this sense that you have sometimes of foreboding that something is not right.
Exactly. If it doesn't feel right, just say I changed my mind. Sorry, I don't want to go through with this. That's fine. That's you're not obligated.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. No good deal is worth compromising your security
Exactly. And and there's always that saying that says, if it looks and sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Right. You don't get anything for nothing. So I mean, if the deal is that good, then why doesn't everybody have that deal? Right? Why just you? So sometimes they will compromise you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming, and hopefully our viewers will use a little bit more caution next time.
Exactly.
They see a really good deal on any of these sites. And we do want to say, these sites are very good.
Oh, they're amazing, these sites. They're amazing. Oh,
and just use your discretion, your wisdom, and then you'll be able to really take advantage of everything that they have to offer. So thank you once again.
Thanks very much.
Every time you put your home on the market, your salesperson usually installs a lockbox on your property So today we're going to find out how safe and secure this is. So tell us, Jay, what is this lockbox? Why do we need it? What are the advantages of having a lockbox on the property?
Sure.
And how secure is it?
A lockbox basically is it's a heavy metal cast, shall I say, compartment with it's like a lock. It hangs onto your doorknob.
Okay.
And your home key is placed by a licensed realtor in that lockbox.
Now, why must you have a lockbox?
Well, you don't have to. However, it is necessary to get your home the full exposure. And the reason is that how often are you going to be home running to every single showing? Not possible. So therefore, this exposes your home to 100% of the buyers by placing the lockbox. Whenever you are not there, someone can call very quickly, come there, call the realtor's office, get proper authorization, and then enter the home, leave the business card. Obviously, you're informed by your realtor's company into your voicemail or email, whatever you prefer. And then when they leave, leaving your home and the key exactly where it was for the next person.
Now, can somebody, a bad person, get access to the lockbox?
Well, first and foremost, the security system is such. No one should get a hold of that combination from the realtor.
Okay.
And therefore, it's not even you. Even it's best for you not to know. You may leave it lying somewhere around. You may give it to somebody just to do some chore for you, not thinking. And it's your own security. So no one knows that, number one. And number two, as a prudent realtor, they should change that code maybe every week. So when you put them on the market, ask your realtor to make sure that lockbox combination is changed on a regular basis.
Now, walk us through the process. My home is on the market. I have a lockbox on my property. Someone wants to show it.
Okay.
So what is the process?
Phone call goes into our company.
ABC company.
Gets the phone call for a showing request from another realtor and his client.
Okay.
They call your home or cell phone if that's what you request for. And once they determine that you're not going to be home, and then they get proper authorization either by the fact that there's no one's home or that you give permission, and that's a choice. At that point, the front desk secretaries who are making the appointments will then phone the company, not the cell phone, will phone the company where the agent works.
That is requesting for.
That's right. They will verify his identity and then release that lockbox combination with any other instructions. For example, an alarm code, perhaps, or something similar to remove shoes, etc., to the realtor by page.
All right. So let me see if we understand it completely. So the company that my home is listed with will receive a request from another company saying that we want to show your property. Then my office will then release the information to the real estate salesperson of that company through their company.
That's right.
All right.
That's always the case, and that is the only way this happens.
That's why it is secure. Very, very secure.
Very.
All right. Thank you so much once again for all this information. And if there is someone who requires additional information on this, where can they reach you?
My mobile phone, 647-273-1119, and that's 647-273-1119.
Thank you once again, and stay tuned for some new properties that we have for you this week. Thank you once again for being here.
Thank you very much for having me.
Today we're going to talk about neuro-linguistic programming.
Or NLP.
NLP. What is NLP?
So the way we talk to ourselves can be changed.
Okay.
If you're not speaking to yourself in a productive way, then a perfect example, someone sees a glass, they say the glass is half empty, one says the glass is half full.
Yep.
The person that sees
Perspective.
the person that sees that the glass is half full is the one that probably attains more in life that they wish for.
Okay.
The one that sees it as glass half empty instinctively is the one that probably has everything go wrong and say, oh shucks, I'm never going to get to where I want. You can change that thinking to be more productive. Neuro-linguistic programming is how you talk to yourself, how you convey that message, and the reaction that takes place to change the behavior.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Kind of.
Okay, so I want to stop saying that the glass is half empty because everybody's telling me that that's my problem in life. I can change the way that that message is sent to my mouth and my body. Therefore, if I can change that, then all of a sudden I instinctively see the positive in that. If I
so
see the
words, I've always heard this, and my dad always said, words are very, very powerful, so
Extremely.
be very careful.
Even the words inside your head
Those
are very
are even
powerful.
more powerful.
Yes.
Because that's a conversation that is taking place within your head.
Correct.
Right? And it's more dangerous, in my opinion, because no one else is there to correct that.
Correct.
Yes, so, okay.
And that's what happens. You have this message going on in your head for so many years that nobody corrects, that you've built it into part of your nature.
Yes.
NLP comes along and says, hold on, let's do a quick change here, rewire the brain, and send the message again. Probably going to come out positive at this point.
Okay, so that one exercise alone can pretty much change your whole life.
Correct.
Okay.
Because it's based on your own value system. You're anchoring something that will give you immediate gratification towards it.
All right, wonderful. Give me an example of someone in whose life you've seen this profound change.
Well, fear of flying. Sometimes when I'm on a flight, I'll find somebody who's really scared of flying. I always end up sitting next to this person. Always end up sitting next to this person. And no matter how much I try to ignore them and pretend I'm sleeping, you will hear them moaning and groaning or getting sick or calling for somebody.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is to give them an exercise that eases that off.
So you do this therapy with them while you're in flight?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Right.
And the way that you do that is to rewire what is going on in their head. Again, like when you remember we talked about fear, I said that it was built up on things that have gotten out of control.
Yes.
This person sitting next to me has built a certain wiring system of things going out of control. She or he believes that the plane could possibly go down, that there could be danger on there, that, you know, I've heard of bad things happening when you're up in the air, that the air pressure might happen, or that the door might accidentally open. We have to clear all those thoughts.
Okay.
Okay? And we have to come to an understanding that everything is fine. And if it's not fine, that there are ways of protecting ourselves.
Yeah,
The mask will come down.
course.
We're trained before the plane takes off.
Exactly.
Everything is good.
There's always a solution to every
Correct.
problem. Yeah.
Then the minute they hear turbulence, they start to freak out again.
Yes.
Okay,
Because it triggers all those fears again.
correct. Now, if we were to change the thinking to say, do you understand that when turbulence happens, by fact, it is actually a good thing? Because it means that there is a solid foundation of air that the plane is hitting. It's actually when you don't feel turbulence and the plane keeps falling that there's a problem.
Okay.
So if you're up in the air and you're hitting turbulence, it means that there's actually a cushion that is stopping the plane from going all the way down.
All right.
All of a sudden, you're looking at turbulence
See,
saying,
did you
I'm
know
waiting.
that? I didn't know that.
Now you're waiting for turbulence.
Okay.
Now you're in the plane actually enjoying turbulence. Every time this person
Yeah, I'm
experiences
safe.
turbulence, she's popping champagne everywhere,
All
drinks are
right.
on her.
Okay.
So that's how you would change the thinking to understand that this is not a bad scenario that I'm in.
All right. Now I want to talk to you about a very important topic, body language.
Body language,
Right?
yes.
All of us have been lied to sometime or the other. Sometimes we can tell.
Yeah.
You know, I know you have and I know I have been able to, but sometimes you don't. But our body speaks.
Right.
So sometimes, what clues do we look for in people, especially when we want to determine if they're speaking the truth or lying to us?
72 to 78% of 72 to 78% of communication
Yes.
is through body language.
Yes.
So when you're looking at body language, forget about the specifics of micro gestures. When you're looking at body language, there's a feeling that you get from the
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
So they might be smiling at you and they might be talking to you, but you just feel a resistance from them and you're not sure why. That's the feeling to trust.
Okay.
So their body language is actually projecting something to your subconscious and triggering.
So it's not necessarily how they sit or gestures they use,
well,
because
it
sometimes I've
does.
heard people say, oh, if they use their hands like this or like this, it means this.
It definitely does.
Okay.
But what is happening, if you're going to take away the logical part of it, when someone is sitting like this or like this, it doesn't necessarily mean that he or she is defensive. It could mean that they're hiding something. And what they could be hiding is that, well, they gained a little bit of weight over Thanksgiving and are hiding the belly from it.
Okay, see?
That's a possibility.
Oh, yes.
So you might be reading it as this person is standoffish against being closed off,
Right.
not the fact at all. So you
Okay.
can't really
So
go-
that's not a really good judgment.
Well, there's more going on behind the gesture than
Okay.
what it is. So if I'm talking to you and I suddenly scratch, yes, it's a possibility I'm not telling you the truth. Or if I swallow really hard, there's a possibility I'm not telling you the truth. But it could also be that as I'm talking to you, I'm sending my own inner thoughts in my head, which aren't true. So
Okay.
you have to know the reason behind the gesture to get what the gesture actually means.
Okay, so is there a definitive way of determining this, or is it something that we can just hope for?
Well, yes. I mean, instead of going through the 3-hour class of what body language is, I would say to you that if you're getting an instinct inside your body,
Okay, so
it is a real instinct because something about their body language is triggering something. The best one is somebody saying, we have to get together. We haven't seen each other in so long, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you. What they're doing is saying, no, I'm not interested at all. And you'll see this a lot. I so love having you over.
Yes, because they're nodding.
They're nodding no. They're saying no.
Okay.
But you'll see someone say, I love having you here. It's great. I love you being here. They're agreeing with what they're saying.
Okay.
That's a very simple one. And you'll see it on a lot of people who will tell you.
Okay,
"I
I'm gonna be
so
looking for
enjoyed
that
it.
sign."
I enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed being here. The chai was great.
Okay, I saw that. All right. Okay. Oh, and any other clues that we can look for, or?
Usually if someone is hiding something that they want to say, they might put their finger in front of their mouth like this. So they want to say something, but they're not going to.
All
They're
right.
holding it in kind of thing, almost holding it in, kind of like this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't know about you, but I've learned a lot.
Thank you.
And hopefully next time I have somebody sitting across from me, I'll have a little bit more information on whether or not they're telling the truth.
There you go.
Thank you so much once again.
Take care.
That's all for this week. I hope you enjoyed this as much as we enjoyed preparing it for you. We are working hard to get you more programs like this, so keep those emails coming and those phone calls that tell us what you think about our program. So until next time, this is Molly saying have a wonderful week. See you again.